Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear participant of International Conference of Community Service, I am Dr. Afina Sansari Tias, Master of Public Health, will present our community service activity with the title Oral Health Education Intervention for the Elderly with Chronic Disease, a focus on knowledge, attitude, and practice. Our team members are Dr. Nika Dwi Febria, Master of Medical Education, Dr. April Femilian, Master of Dental Science Specialist of Oral Medicine, and Dr. Dianyusi Arinamati, Master of Dental Science PhD, and the last is Dr. Yani Puspitasari, Specialist of Oral Medicine. And we came from the Department of Dental Public Health Faculty of Dentistry. Our program title is peningkatan pengetahuan sikap dan tindakan kesehatan gigi pada lansia dengan penyakit kronis. And our program scheme was riset terapan. Now, let's move on to the first part, which is the introduction. Systemic disorders, including diabetes mellitus, cardiovascular disease, coronary heart disease, and pneumonia, adversely affect community welfare concerning dental and oral disease. In the special region of Yogyakarta province, the incidence of diabetes mellitus diagnosed by a physician surpasses the national rate of 2.9%. The finding on the 2023 Indonesian Health Survey indicate two categories in the prevalence of hypertension. First, hypertension diagnosed by a physician, and the second, hypertension as indicated by blood pressure assessment. The statistic position the special region of Yogyakarta as the province with the second highest prevalence of hypertension nationally. Promotion of dental and oral health behavior must be facilitated through effective programs targeting young populations. Knowledge, attitudes, and behaviors are predisposing variables influencing dental and oral health practice, which can impact toothbrushing frequency, dental hygiene, and periodontitis, as evidenced by a study conducted in Finland and America. These programs aim to provide education to improve knowledge, attitude, and dental health practice in the Bolanis group. Now, let's move on to the second part. This program was held at Citra Asri Primary Care, Turi, Sleman Regency. After receiving the dental health education and toothbrushing training, the respondent received a 7-day control card for brushing teeth properly. This program used a pre- and post-test design to measure the effectiveness of increasing participant knowledge of the dental health education provided with a questionnaire from Hanpias. And statistical analysis was performed by conducting the Shapiro-Wilk test, which was used to see the normality of the data because the sample size was 50. And the Shapiro-Wilk test result indicated that the data were not normally distributed. Hence, the Wilcoxon test was conducted to examine the differences between pre- and post-test results. Now, let's move on to the result. From the picture number 1 and number 2, we know that most of the respondent was female and the categories age is elderly. And from the picture number 3, we know that most of the respondent has a systemic disease, the hypertension. And from the picture number 4, we know that almost all of the students, almost all of the respondents have a positive attitudes towards dental health. And from the last picture, we know that most of the respondents did the 7 days program of brushing teeth with the right time properly. Individuals with elevated oral health literacy exhibit better oral hygiene behaviors and more positive reactions toward dental treatment. Education increases the probability of adopting healthy behaviors, including frequent toothbrushing, flossing, and dental checkups, owing to a greater comprehension of their significance. The findings indicate that certain respondents continue to neglect proper timing and toothbrushing, despite an enhancement in their oral health knowledge. People may doubt their ability to maintain good oral hygiene, especially if they have experienced repeated failures in the past. Some non-communicable disease may impair their dexterity or cognitive function, making oral hygiene more difficult. Studies show that while knowledge and attitudes are positively correlated with behavior, the strength of this relationship is often moderate or weak. Attitudes may not always translate into action, especially if other barriers are present. So, in conclusion, the dental health education program within the Bolanis group can substantially enhance knowledge and attitudes. Most responders have adopted to the appropriate timing for toothbrushing. And this is some of our program documentation. And that's all for me. Thank you. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.